Hey everybody, two things. First thing, confession. Making wooden drum hoops intimidates me. I think it's because of all these failed attempts. Most of these failures are due to insufficiently seasoned wood, and so they moved around on me. One of them is because I did my measurements wrong. I need to stop being intimidated. I'm going to, soon. That brings me to my second thing. So, number two. My next project. That log right there is my next project. There is tons of wood there. And while I don't have the tools and it's not sufficiently circular enough to make a solid shell, like a true solid shell, I'm gonna break it down, plane the pieces, get them all set to make a segmented drum shell. When I'm done with that shell, I'm going to make wooden drum hoops for the bullet oak, because I've got wood for that. I'm going to make hoops for the leopard wood shell, because I've got enough extra leopard wood. I'm gonna do two types of wood for that. So it'll be 3-ply, leopard wood, something else, leopard wood. And I'll do the same for the oak shell also. I'm gonna actually, with that, it's gonna be cool. I've got some red gum eucalyptus that's ready to go. And so it's gonna be oak, red gum, which is a nice orangey red shade. And then so oak, red gum, oak. And then for this maple, I don't know yet how I'd like to highlight it with the Movingi. So it's maple, the yellow of the Movingi, if I've got enough extra of that, and then maple again. So I've got to break down that log and get it going. That's what I'm going to do right now. I need to tell you about the piece of wood. It's a pretty neat thing. So it's about 5 years ago. I was still in law school. I just finished my first year of law school. And we were living down about an hour south of Toledo. And I was working in Toledo. And it was in the middle of the summer. So I was with the law firm that I am now up in Toledo. And there was this huge thunderstorm, windstorm. We're talking winds like 70 miles an hour. Crazy. The building I was in was swaying like this. Driving home that afternoon, trucks were blown over on the side of the road. I had to take a detour by crossing over the median to get to a different exit going the other direction because traffic was blocked for hours. I had to get home to Angie and the kids because I hadn't been able to reach them on the telephone because everything had gotten knocked out. We didn't have cell phones at the time. We were trying to save money. In that big storm, that tree, the tree that came from, blew down. It was a big old maple tree in the front yard of the house where we were living. And we were allowed by the landlords to take several chunks of wood. And so I took several of the large pieces of wood, the hollow pieces. I'll show you another one. These are from the same tree. Obviously never finished them. These are solid wood. There are lots of problems. This was my first attempt at a drum at all. And largely a failure, but the wood is really quite lovely. Anyway, so I took these pieces of wood and I took them to my parents' place, and they've been sitting in their barn for the past 5 years until I brought them here. So they should be thoroughly cured, 5 years, and they're about 2 inches thick, so I think we're good. I'm actually not terribly worried about kickback on this. This piece of wood is so heavy, I think it'll just stall the blade. wood. It rolls around too much, so I gotta break it down a little bit by hand. Good scoring marks though. That should help. More manageable. Well, a combination of chisels and a lot of brute force after scoring it with the table saw, get it to come apart. Well, this has been messy work. I'll show you where I'm at. We got 4 boards broken down. Made 1 more. So I started working on the 5th board, taking it off the log. So I ran it along the table saw to score it, and I was using my hammer to try to split it with some chisels. Well, you know that injuries happen sometimes when you're woodworking. Typically, injuries happen with power tools. Well, it didn't happen with the chisel. It happened with the hammer. I've never crushed my thumb so badly. The tip of my thumb popped like a grape. So, I'm going to continue working to distract myself because it hurts like crazy. Didn't think my entire heart would fit in the tip of my thumb, but that's how it feels. So I guess it's back to the saw. This is by far the messiest part of the job. My gosh. I already cleaned up the edges on the other pieces. I'm going to clean up the edges on this one. I'm going to be done for a little while because I need to make dinner for the kids. If I'm not mistaken, the blow that sent the chisel hammer from over there to over here was the glancing blow that split my thumb. Dang it.